Good day and welcome to the Madrid International Ultimate Cup. Christina Obermeier joined here in the booth by Laura Ferolfi. We're having a all French matchup here. Yaka from Noisy-le-Sec facing Fris Style, a pickup team from all over France. And so far, this pickup team of young talent has been undefeated. Laura, what can you tell us about this team here?
Well, we'll know that they haven't lost a game so far, such is Iceni. They are a young squad. They told us that they like to play with intensity and physicality, and they think that this has been key so far for them. On the other end of the pitch, we have Yaka, a different team. Like, they are really experienced. They are the current European champions. And so we know that it's going to be a great game, also because Yaka needs a win if they want to play the final tomorrow, because Iceni and Fris Style are undefeated and they are going to play tomorrow. So for Yaka, who already lost against Iceni, this is a
must-win game.
Yeah,
so to
win
say.
or die situation.
So the first pass goes up and it's over the head of the receiver, Olivier, not able to connect with the first throw out of the Fris Style team, and Yaka with an early chance to get a break in the first point. Alphon with the disc, over to Becker. Looking for Asta, not finding her, searching for anything by now. Alphon back with the disc. Becker looking for it up the line into Dayana. Dayana searching for Becker. Going over the top and around, and she's going to lay out. And what sticky hands on Becker's side here for reeling that disc in. She got low early, knew she had to do something. Goes back to Meissl. Meissl surveying the field and going for a huge inside into the end zone for Shinina from Russia, who frequently picks up for this Yaka team.
So we are starting with an early break from Yaka. I chatted a bit before the game with Aline Mondiaux, their captain, and she told me that they wanted to start strong and put a lot of pressure on Fris Style, and this could have been key for them.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be key for Yaka. Get big early, and that's what they did. They came out firing. Bit of a miscommunication there on the Fris Style side, but for sure something that they will have to work on and will work against as they are at a chance of offense once again, receiving from the Yaka side. Mondiaux pulling a double duty, pulling as well, pun intended of course. And here goes Fris Style for the second time, starting on a side stack, and it's already a bit of trouble here. Has to go back to Bono. To the side, surveying the options, and over to the other side of the field. Another miscommunication, a very zippy pass that cannot connect with the hands of the receiver. And this is the second chance for Yaka to go up with another break. 2-0. Mondiaux over to the middle, thinking about the big continue, trying to go back, not finding an option, finds Mondiaux, who's gonna survey the field and go for a deeper round shot. Two players underneath for Yaka, and this is gonna work out. Number 10, Afonso with the catch, probably not the intended receiver, but whatever works for Yaka. So many people free in the end zone. Well done.
Well, from my perspective, I think it was intended for her, but maybe not.
Okay, I saw another player striking. I don't know what Rasta saw. We'll see the replay now. I thought it was going to be the player on the far right-hand side, but there's two players streaking to that far left corner, and whoever got that disc, it just worked out perfectly. can see her searching for something. Putting it up to the trusted hands of Rasta. Beautifully weighted disc. Definitely the start. Yaka won it. They're not even giving them a chance to go back in there, Fris Style. On defense, they're just running behind.
Yeah, Yaka pushing very hard also because they have fewer players on their roster, so they really need to make their opponents keep their heads down and not even hoping to get a chance to win the game. And this intensity is paying off so far, so we are seeing Yaka collecting the disc.
Their third chance now. Miscue from Millard, just putting it up too far in front for Bono. Rietschoten to pick up here. Searching for a reset, doesn't find anyone and has to go up high, but does that with ease. And there's a big shot into the end zone. It's going to be straight up and too far out in front, or out of the end zone rather. Taking a chance here. Not as clinical as we've seen them before, and this is another chance for the French side, both the French, so chance for all of them. For the Fris Style side, of course. Millard with the disc. Maehr. Millard. Into the middle to Cuyo. Bono searching for someone. Finding Olivier. Back into the middle for Bono. She's taking control of this game now. Olivier searching. Bono going every other here, really taking control of this offensive side for Fris Style. Cuyo, a beautiful low shot into the hands of Bono, who goes over the top to Olivier. Back into the middle for Blum. Big mark over here, Maehr. Oh, and what a defensive effort there. Babican.
Yeah, we are seeing Babican there, the rising star of the Noisy-le-Sec squad.
Just a bit excited about that block. Not too much celebration because she knows she now has to play offense again, and that does not work out. Bono is quick to pick up here. Can't find anyone, goes for the ups for the act around. Maehr. To Bono. Up the line and easy to the end zone. She's gonna put it in there, and that's gonna work out for Fris Style. That's her first point. They're on the board.
Babican there, close to get a second D on the disc, but
just not close enough.
Yeah. So we're seeing Fris Style scoring their first point of the game. Let's see if they can get a break and heat things up.
There's still 2 breaks down.
Yeah.
So they'll start on defense now, and then after that they will have to get 2 more points to be back on serve. They had a bit of a slow start, but seems like now they've adapted a bit. Maybe they haven't faced an intense defense like Yaka's yet.
Yeah,
One
I
never
agree.
knows.
Might be.
They are European champions after all.
Okay, so we see Fris Style with the pull. Mondiaux catching it, throwing it to the center of the field.
Janine with the disc floats one up, a big one. It's going to be too far out in front for the Yaka receivers. So many bodies of the Fris Style side underneath that disc, but misread by everyone, and then she can't quite reel it in. So Fris Style with a chance to break here. Well, connecting with Quadrasi. Bono, the other Bono sisters, there's 2 of them on that team. This is Eva. And she's gonna blast deep, marked by Becker, but so much speed in that young French player. And she's gonna up for the hammer over the top, beautifully weighted into the hands of Bertrand for the first break of the young freestyle team.
A break scored with style, I have to add.
Definitely, there was 100% style points on there. We can see the replay here once again. Bono getting a big gainer, immediately boosting up the line. Even this speedy Becker can't catch up with her. One-handed grab, and then immediately actually opting for that hammer across the field. Beautiful stuff from the young Bono player.
We are not seeing Aline Mondieu on the pitch now for their offensive hold. Anyway, we have Meissl, we have Le Born.
Yeah, quite a good team here from the Yaka squad. Not everybody that normally plays with them. Not Robin Fanning, of course, but she's in America currently. Can't always play Frisbee in Europe. She has a normal job as well. No Ines Pringel this weekend. Paula Bass is hurt, so from that European Championship squad, they're missing quite a few players, but doesn't hurt as Meissl rips one deep, but it's always gonna be Bono who gets that defense. The separation wasn't enough. And we can hear them do some great chants on the sideline. Very close to us. And this is the second break opportunity for the Fris Style squad. Shoulder shimmy, getting so free is Blanc. Over to Bono. We're gonna put it out into space, and Rietschoten is blowing the legs out of a Fris Style player. Both players shaking up, and it looks like both are happy to take a second on the ground. So we see that replay once again.
Oh.
Definitely colliding into one another.
From my perspective, Le Born had a clear advantage on the disc, but she stumbled on the feet of her opponent and definitely caused a body contact. So I don't know if there's going to be a call or not.
I'm not sure, and I think they'll take it back, which is a good outcome in that situation, because I don't think there's a way Olivier could have seen Aude.
Yeah.
So they decided to send the disc back, and Rasta Aline Mondieu has stepped onto the field. I hope Rietschoten is fine, and Fris Style will get back into their game here. Olivier looking for for an option. Finds Blanc. Not gonna send it, although Bono is streaking. Olivier again. Looks a little stressed. Blanc around to Maehr. Bono looking for an option. Not a lot of people moving as she's calling for it. Olivier. They're really good at doing the resets and creating space, and now Bono is looking for a breakside cut Opts not to take it, fakes the hammer, but will go easy on the open side. And there's a shot into the end zone, and that's another break for Fris Style. Croisier with the reception here. Well done there from Fris Style. They had quite a hard time, a tough time with the intense Yaka defense, but in the end, they kept their composure, and that's really important, kept their patience. And that is a bit of a daring shot here, but a lot of trust for this receiver there to get it, catch it before the defense had a shot of it.
Now we see Yaka in need of a hold. So we are 2 breaks even, right?
We are back on serve. We said they were going to have to work hard to get it back, and they did.
We know that Yaka have the experience to keep it cool and play their offense point and try to go back. But we are seeing a great pull and Mondio alone in the end zone. And I don't think her teammates realized that she was receiving such a deep pull.
Bono with a beautiful running start pull, and then the defense from the Fris Style side, and Bono is gonna also pick up the disc now to anchor her team in that red zone set. Looking for the run, and she's gonna get that right in front of the line. Good stuff from Fris Style, and that was an easy point they did. So they're on a roll now, momentum definitely on their side, and they're calling a timeout. I think Yaka is, because so what I've learned from our friend Conor McHale, when you lose 3 points, you have to take a timeout. 100%. Have to get
I
back
would
into
have
the
called
game.
it after the second point, but
After
yeah,
making
3,
it even?
it's a no-brainer. Yeah.
Yeah, good call. So if you're Yaka's captain coach, because they don't have a non-playing coach, but they have many playing coaches and leaders. So what would you say in a situation like that?
That they don't have to forget that they are the European current champions, and so they have many things that they can use, their experience, their throws, so they just have to find the confidence and they have to play with their strength. So I'm not sure that I would tell them to put up a physical fight, but just to keep it chill, play with the space, try to use the space and give the chance to their experienced handler to find the cutters in a wide open space.
It's definitely a good call. Yaka will have to get their heads back in there, and Mondio is striding onto the line, definitely the person to do the heavy lifting on the Yaka side. If one can do it, she can.
Yeah, together with Meissl and Le Borgne. We are happy to see her back on her feet.
Rietschoten. Le Borgne and Le Borgne. Nanou is not playing.
I'm
now.
sorry, I have to apologize with them because I know them. I just
Getting the numbers, the names mixed up, but that's something.
yeah, I
they
saw
will
the 5 on her shorts and I got confused.
Unfortunately, Nanou Le Borgne not playing this weekend, but she is here to support her team and also support us in the commentary booth. But that was another opportunity for Fris Style here. Another missed execution from the Yaka side, and Guyot with the disc in her hand.
Rasta is heating up.
She's very hot right now, screaming to the sideline to motivate them and to help on the defense matchup, if I understood that correctly.
probably we don't have to forget that this is a team sports, and the sideline definitely needs to help on defense. We have seen Mondio playing a great, tight defense.
Aggressive defense on Bono. And now she's picking up, faking the hook, going for the hammer instead. And Meissl underneath it wants to huck it, but thinks better of it. Going to her trusted teammate Mondio, and a miscommunication between the two, and heads up defense from this FRIZSTYLE side, running into in between that disc, rather into that disc as well. Bono now looking for some option to get it off, and she's gonna go for the huck to her trusted teammate Olivier, who's gonna snatch it away into the end zone for an easy goal. Blanc got the better of her defense there.
FRIZSTYLE are definitely on a roll here. They're gonna try to keep this spirit and try to keep scoring points and not give Yaka the chance to come back. On the other side, I'm pretty sure that Aline is going to try whatever she has got to help her team come back, together with Becker.
So we're seeing a few new faces on the line, but some of the same again. And what Mondio is teaching now is patience, patience, patience. Chill out, play, have fun. We're here to have fun. It's kind of the start of their season already, their world season, but they also want to include all of the New Zealand Sec players and have fun, celebrate their championship a bit, but also just play some frisbee, and that's really important to keep their cool. As we see another big pull from Bono. This one even better than the last one. They're gonna pin them in the end zone once again, and she's gonna start at the edge, throwing it into the middle. Le Mercier to Becker, and a bit of a miscommunication once again. Not a thing that Becker could have done here, and Bono is gonna pick up, looking for an option, goes for the around flick. What a throw into traffic, and the person coming up with the disc is Mondio, but a player is shaking up again. Loads of physicality, and I think she might have gotten an elbow to her face. But that disc looked like it was always going to be Rasta's disc. She's the person at reading the disc the best, and then at the fall she kind of looks like she got the elbow into her face. She's going to take a substitution. Olivier, who has done quite a thing, excuse me, Paula, who's done quite something for FRIZSTYLE on that side, but the disc will be in the hands of Yaka.
Yeah, unfortunately, Paula couldn't see Mondio coming. Oh,
and that is a Callahan. Good hands there. What a vision from Courtoisie to get that disc, get that defense, and that's definitely not in favor of Yaka right now.
Yeah, we saw Mondio throwing it into space, hoping that her teammate would have tried to get the disc with a bit of
hops. But
yeah.
I don't think she actually saw her. She was sprinting in. She was poaching a bit, the defense poaching a bit, and then at the right moment she was starting a sprint. And
yeah, unfortunately, when you're there in your end zone and there is such a floaty disc, you have to anyway try to attack it. That unfortunately didn't happen for Yaka.
And they have to get themselves out of that hole they're in. The score is 6-2 currently. And remember, those two scores were breaks.
Yeah.
So whereas they've broken the FRIZSTYLE team, they have not yet made an offensive point.
Yeah. This pool landing out of bounds. So Yaka with a chance of setting up one of their set plays.
Looks like they're going to go with a horizontal stack. Meissl is poached on a deep.
Yeah, and she tries to... I don't understand Meissl's choice to fake deep, even if she was marked from behind. She could have just run under.
Oh, and what an amazing bid from Olivier. They're trying to toe the line in the back of the end zone as this throw is very much out of bounds, and would have been very hard for her to still get that, but I love the effort of her. And I do understand what you mean. Meissl was always, their player was always behind her, and she could have just run into a stride right away, and she would have been so open. She would have had a step or two for sure. Because
Yeah,
she's
also
a speedy person.
Exactly. She's very fast, so...
Now Meissl has a disc in her hand.
We are hearing the freestyle sideline cheering loudly, while we are not hearing the Yaka's
Meissl
player.
going around and over the top, but Bono with a beautiful defense, another one. I've seen so many discs smacked out of the field, and I think something that Lison Bono pointed out to us before the game was they're a very physical team, and their physicality in terms of athleticism is impressive. They definitely have legs on Yaka. They've shown that quite so many times now, and this was just an overthrow on the FRIZSTYLE side this time.
Yeah, they're not giving Yaka the chance to break. Sorry, to take a break and to receive easily. They're just there. But now Yaka with, again, another chance.
Huge
We have
hug.
Babakian, yeah, hacking deep.
But Lison Bono with a layout block. Both players shaken up, and I hope she did not hurt her hand there too much. But what a layout. We'll see a beautiful replay there once Babakian with a big hug out into space, and can see Lison Bono with a stride jumping in front and landing awkwardly on that hand. But another big shot coming up into the hands of Millard, and she's gonna and she's gonna get an option into the middle of the field. A bit of confusion where to run in Blanc. Olivier just in front of their end zone and putting one up into space. So many players on a pile.
I think Babakian getting hit after attempting a pochidi.
You can see that replay once again up the line. Olivier putting it up there, and she tried to
She
jump
wasn't
in.
even hurt. I think Babakian landed badly on her foot.
Yeah, looks like it. They're gonna have a discussion, but since there was no foul called, the player in the back just was not in the end zone, catching this disc out of bounds. And I think that's the right call for Yaka to get that disc, but we can see a lot of bodies on the line here as Meissl cannot reel that throw in. It's a very difficult throw to pull off, but normally Rietschoten has it in her arsenal. And this is going to be a red zone opportunity for FRIZSTYLE. Bono and Olivier working at 1 and 2.
They're moving
Breaking
so
the mark.
fast.
Breaking the mark so quickly. Lamotte. And this disc lands in the hands of Becker. Close mark here. The violation as she's calling a distance. So calling Blanc too close to her. Reset comes off into the middle. Big fakes and fake, and now there's a break. Throw. Rietschoten on the near side, surveying the field and going up the line, but there's another defense, another body run through. Meissl had to toe the line to keep that disc in, which gave the defense just enough time to run through.
It seems that Yaka cannot find space when they play on the sidelines. They get defended, and when they play in the middle of the field, they're just a bit too crowded, so there are too many people there.
Guzmán, such a quick player, and blown coverage there from the French side and on the Yaka side, and easily collected for Olivier.
This high number of turnovers from both teams is giving an advantage to Fris Style, since they told us that they want to play with their physicality, they want to play with intensity, they have more players on their roster compared to Yaka.
And they're young and fit and they're firing. They're on a roll now. It's 2-7. It's been breaks and one hold in this whole game. One hold by Fris Style. Everything else has been breaks so far. And Yaka looks a little sad, but they have to snap out of it right now because it's not over till it's over. We've seen so many runs already.
Yeah, and then we're seeing Mondio and Becker playing with fire, and they don't consider themselves beaten yet, so they are trying to motivate their teammates. So we are seeing them on the line together with Meissl.
So what we can definitely say for a defensive side, that Yaka has not faced some intense defense like that yet, or that
probably against Iceni.
Iceni maybe, yes, but not in the stream. The last game we streamed Yaka as well, and they were getting away with some of those shots into space and onto the sideline, and Becker is going to put one up for Shadina to get it, and there's so many players underneath it.
An uncharacteristic mistake from Kinina. We have seen Yaka trying. Oh, Becker!
Becker running through, getting that disc, the better of Bono there. And she's in front of their end zone looking for who else but Mondio. She's going to go get the disc right back again, and Mondio up the line just in front of their end zone. She's going to trust Becker. And huge layout block from Bono. Did that actually happen just now? What a play.
Yeah, Yaka thought that they had it in their wallet, but
Becker was so sure to get that she had that disc in her hands, but she did not calculate with Bono. But preservation of greatness here, she gives it right back into the hands of Yaka. Mondio thinking about the around shot, is not going to do it, and there's a pick that slows the play down. Everyone has a chance to take a breather, as will I.
Yeah, Yaka having the chance to play it with the experience that they have. Maybe Mondio trying to find the close space somehow, or yeah.
Meissl with so much separation, and she gets it, a goal for Yaka. Another pick that it will be retracted immediately, and this is Yaka on the board.
Yeah, Yaka playing with their most experienced players on their roster. We have seen a lot of Mondio, of Becker, of Meissl. That is key for them.
Definitely is, but there's not too many. Oh, beautiful layout defense just in time. There's not too many super experienced players on this Yaka side, so they'll have to do most of the heavy lifting as they did here, and that was a hard fight even. So they did get that goal in, but they had to fight so much and so intensely to get that. And they did have a bit of luck as well, as we see Meissl so open, but Olivier picking her up here.
Yeah, and the freestyle players, even if they have a big lead, they're not leaving discs. Like, they're trying to fight for every throw, for every disc that the Yaka players are throwing to each other.
They definitely have a lot of fight in them, and it's not over yet.
So let's see if Yaka.
I think they'll get a break now. They'll have to. They'll definitely want to, and a beautiful pull. probably out of Mondiaux. I didn't exactly see it here, but Becker putting up a huge mark, and Olivier has to fight against Meissl here, but collects it in stride. Courtoisie over to the middle. Blanc with the disc, looking for Guyot. And they're on the near side now, looking for the up the line, but going around rather, opening up the field. Olivier on the far sideline now. Not a lot of running, but all the cuts that they are doing are just on point. Bono and Olivier working together very well. There's a pick in the stack that did not affect the throw at all.
No. And I have to say I'm really impressed by these Bono sisters. I didn't know.
Too.
Yeah.
You didn't know them, right?
I didn't know them.
They're from the under 20 division, young players that are just showing there's whatever they can do off on the European stage now. Haven't been seen for quite some time, but they've definitely nailed their debut. As Bono is in front of the end zone looking
for Blanc.
Exactly. In the end zone, another point for Fris Style, and this is half taken, half 8-3. I did not expect this game to end up like that. It's not ended yet, of course, but to change like this, with the resolve like this. But as I said, it's not over yet. That's half one played. Half two is coming up, but we'll take a break, as the players will as well, and we'll be back with you shortly.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, Ultimate TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and fund our work
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
We are back, second half action. And as I'm seeing some questions on the YouTube chat, you can interact with us in this chat, of course. Tell us where you're watching from, and if you have any questions, post them in there. So I got one here. Which city is Fris Style from? They're a mix of different cities from France. They're a bit of a pickup team, but looks like they know each other super well, as Yaka is receiving the disc to start off the second half. Mondiaux nodding and communicating with their players, and huge disc into the hands of Babika, and she's going to put it up the line to Rietschoten, and it's a stall out call with Mondiaux. And she says she's not sure, I believe.
The players discussing the call. So it's a contested stall out call. The disc is going back to Aline Mondiaux.
Disc will go back in at 8 with Mondiaux, and everyone has to go back to where they were at the point of the call. So we're seeing at the chat mostly Grenoble and also from Dijon. There are some players on that FRIZSTYLE team. So we're seeing the exact same throw again. Babika looking for an option. Pick called. Abundance of players in the stack.
Yeah, this call happened a few seconds ago.
Babika going over the head into Bono. Close coverage, and she's going to get it right back just a few yards beyond where she was before. Rietschoten into the end zone and up the line for Babika, and she's going to jump but land underneath that disc, and she's going to get up and play on, but she looks a little gassed, put her everything into that. Unfortunately could not connect with us, and now it's Bono's disc and FRIZSTYLE's disc with her. Smijak over to Courtoisie.
Another pick called. We have seen jump and swing. FRIZSTYLE were looking for a continuation, but unfortunately there was a call, so they are jumping again.
Bono up the line and trying to keep it in bounds as Leclerc, but she cannot. And Rasta, Aline Mondiaux is picking up the disc on the side for Yaka. Going around to Rietschoten, up the line rather. Beautiful pick up there from Babika. Looking for options, does not find anyone, has to go over the top to Mondiaux, and a beautiful around shot from Mondiaux into the end zone, and it's going to be deflected.
The disc had too much float under it. That was unfortunate. The choice was nice, but there's a light breeze here.
Just a bit too much salt on with that as Bono gets the break side throw, and they're moving it up that line. Never an ideal option from my perspective as the disc jumps in and out of the hands of Courtoisie.
I'm hoping to see more Babakian play action.
Yeah,
Yes, she's on fire. Oh.
Circling the disc a bit. Now getting it, here you are. Babaka action, she's gonna put it deep for Rasta in the end zone, and it's gonna be deflected again. A bit of a high risk disc, putting it out in front but not far enough, and the separation wasn't quite there, I have to say.
Yeah, not an easy matchup for Rasta. She is shorter by a palm, unfortunately, and the defender was too close to her.
Courtoisie with a beautiful defense, and Bono is working in the handler set again.
We are seeing Yaka fighting hard during this point. They don't want to go down by 6. They want to stay in the game. They definitely need to score this.
They want to get their momentum back, and they're trying their hardest, but they're just not used to that tight defense and physical, athletic prime that FRIZSTYLE is giving them. Bono with a beautiful inside collection. Now he's going to put it deep out to her fellow player, but just too far. She could have laid out for that, but she was maybe thrown off, and her balance was off a bit too, and
Yeah, she misread it.
just a bit. That inside shot, a very hard one to pull off. And a huge hook into the hands of Meissl. Exactly what Yaka needed now, but it's not far enough, and they'll have to advance the disc some more. Floating it into just right in front of the end zone. Babacan tries to get up there, is not. They're opting for the around, and Rasta is going to put herself into the game again. She's all the way to the other side and chooses to go for a scuba, and this is what they needed, Meissl on the collection.
We saw Yaka fighting hard to stay in the game, using their most lethal weapons, Mondio and Babacan and Meissl there.
Definitely worked their way through it, and they kept their cool for some time, and that was really important for them to do it. So we're gonna take this change and this stoppage here in points to thank Ken Kaminski, who's the newest member of our patron page. He's given $4 actually to watch our stream. And if you want to become a patron, it's the easiest thing to do. The link will be in our description down below in the box. Go get there, give us the money for a coffee's worth. Just €3 will help a lot. For sure, if you're already looking at that info box, like the video, subscribe to Alta TV, and ring the bell to get notified for our newest videos, because we're bringing you prime action here all weekend from the Madrid Ultimate International Cup, as we're started again with Yaka pulling to Fris Style. They're down by a lot, but it ain't over till it's over. Beckeren hogging Bono a bit as Rasta is trying to get through with a huge layout defense. Can't quite get there, and Bono is surveying her options, does not find anything, goes back around. Guyo showing that she wants more options downfield.
We are seeing Yaka with a different defensive look. A wall in front of the disc. They are definitely trying to stop the flow from the young freestyle squad.
Beautiful catch there by Bono, making sure to keep that disc inside the field. Blanc going for a deep shot. It's going to be just inside the end zone, but not connecting with the player.
Yes, it's a turnover. I think that this defensive choice from Rasta was a good choice, since they managed to make them throw a lot of discs and force them to act and to risk more. So let's see if they can capitalize on that.
I do actually think that's the first time that this shot, the inside shot, has come off, and immediately going for a hug just in front of the end zone, pushing it up into space, but just too quick. This is not something Yaka wants. Too quick, not taking her time. She had a lot of space, and her receiver was completely open, but that's back to playing defense for them now. Olivier into Blanc. Bono. And now they're setting up their zone defense again. That it has worked out quite well for the Yaka side so far all tournament long, but Fris Style is a very different opponent to the others. Blanc working with Olivier, gaining so many yards, just the two of them, and now she's going to put it into the end zone. Just in front of the end zone is Blanc now. Bono goes around and back, and she's trying the layout, but could not stifle the receiver on the Fris Style side. Such a big bid coming They're running through and flying even, but just not enough.
I'm happy to take another look at this one.
Bono with the disc, going just up the line and just flying in here, but just not enough. Great effort there from the Yaka side to get that, try and get that disc back.
Yeah, but these freestyle ladies are not scared. I mean, they showed us that they're staying in the game. They are fighting for every point. They don't have the intention to let Yaka come back.
Do you know what I think? They don't care about their defense. Yaka is trying to pressure them, but they don't care what the Yaka players are. They're playing their game. They're finding their connections, and they're not pressured by them enough. And I don't know how Yaka will be able to pressure them for them to not have any options anymore.
I agree when we're talking about the person defense. I mean, they're really playing fast, faster than Yaka, I guess. As for the wall, I think it worked for the first time, but not the second because they're adapting. So I think they know what Yaka is going to do and they consider it, in my opinion, but they know how to play against it. I mean, they got beaten once by that zone, but not twice.
Mondiaux with a huge inside into Babica, who's going to go back to the middle for Bica, and she's going to try and catch that disc. And now there was a call on a foul on the field, and it's uncontested. Yeah, probably a bit of a bump there. Not intentional for sure, but the disc will stay with Bica.
Yeah, it happened right in front of us, and it was a clear foul or strip. I don't know, in my opinion, but she bumped hard into her after the catch.
Disc will stay with Bica, and she's going to search for an option, finding Babica up the line. Playing with Rasta here. What a ankle breaker on her side, and she kind of put it deep into the end zone. Mondiaux putting it to Rietschoten, but there's gonna be a pick.
Yeah, Rietschoten had a lot of separation, maybe because of the pick.
And she's gonna put it up the line for Babica. What a perfect throw from Mondiaux. Exactly what she does for this team. She's been a little off in the first half, but she's definitely found it now. Perfect shot.
Yeah. Well done again. That big arc to the other side of the field that we have seen before the pick call. This is something that we have seen Mondiaux doing many times in her career, I would say. But I mean, she's an experienced player, an experienced throwers. There was a call, the disc went back. It's not a problem. She found another space, another teammate that was open. But I want to spend more words to praise this freestyle team. They are definitely younger.
I think there's a million ways to praise them.
Yeah.
They are just on fire. As the lights are coming on in the day. Getting darker here. FRIZSTYLE on offense. Blanc with the disc wants to huck it, but doesn't. Goes back around. Bono gaining a lot of yards. Blanc now going deep, and there's going to be a player underneath it, but two FRIZSTYLE players in the end zone. She's going to put it out into space. Olivier doesn't even have to leave her feet to get that disc. I thought that disc was going to be too quick, but it had a lot of zip on it, and then it got floaty and smooth a bit later. I heard she had mad disc skills, Blanc, and this is definitely proving it.
Yeah, we can see Kinina, that was the deepest player, trying to get a hold of the previous pass, and then there was no one left there in that corner.
Look at that beauty.
Yeah.
Perfectly weighted throw. She definitely knew where her receiver would get to what she can do.
So now we're having a 10-5 score for freestyle. Personally, I was not expecting it from Yaka. I mean, we know that they are missing many of their key players, some of their international stars. Chassignon is not playing.
Not playing here, yeah.
De Laval is injured. Paolo Abbas is here injured. But anyway, I mean, they are the reigning European champions. I know that they are not here to win at all costs. They want to develop and they want to look at the future, look at this long season that they have in front of them. But still, 10-5, I'm sure that they're not gonna like it. But freestyle, I'm pretty sure they're
Would love that.
happy. Yeah.
Definitely. Mundio.
Also because Yaka, the current French champions, and freestyle players are from France too.
Pickup
So
team. And there's a big shot out of Babacar. Is she going to get there? Oh, it's a beautiful shot. What a reception and what a shot from Babacar. Definitely stepping up in a time where she's needed to do this for the Yaka side.
I am very happy to see one of the rising star from Noisy-le-Sec giving her best and having the chance to showcase what she's able to do. I have coached there at a clinic in France a few weeks ago, and I noticed that she has like a lot of good throws, and she's fast and she knows the game, even if she's only 18, I guess.
So she's a very young player. Some of those players on the other side of the pitch, Fris Style, is also very young.
Yes.
I heard there was 4 players still under 20,
Nice.
including the Bonneau sisters.
Yeah, the Bonneau sisters there are on the short list together with Olivier for the World Games roster. France has a spot for the upcoming World Games 2022. And there are many players playing now that are still on the short list.
Rasta is one.
Rasta is as well, yeah. Becker,
Becker and Le Bon.
Le Bon, yeah.
She is injured though. But might be fit by the time.
So it's a 3-3 players
Even
for
players,
yeah.
evenly distributed. Although Le Bon isn't playing right now.
Yeah.
So, and here we see an unforced error there from.
Yes, but I mean this is what this kind of walls
Is pushing to,
yeah.
definitely.
So this dump and swing, and they were hoping for them to throw it
Showing to
away.
the middle and out of the hands of Janina, but also out of the hands of the defense. So no defensive pressure here. Pressure on the disc and that's.
Yeah, they were poaching and it worked a bit. Kinina got scared. She could have caught it anyway, but she was thrown off by.
By the defense running.
Yeah.
Mala. Over the top. Olivier tried to get it, but did not see Babacar there. Just standing her ground and getting that D for Yaka. Yaka in the middle now, looking for an option, overshooting Becker and into the hands of Gouillou. Olivier with the catch. Lamoth, rather.
Oh, an unfortunate
Voilà.
turnover.
Tried to throw the line, but couldn't keep her hands around the disc, and this is another chance for Yaka.
Yeah, so it's a shared mistake there. The disc was very close to the sideline, so the receiver had to pay attention both to the sideline and the disc, and it's never easy. Yaka with the chance to come back within 3.
And Babican is going to put one up there. So many players underneath it, 2 players shaken up, but this turn will stand as Katharina cannot get down with it, but a miscommunication from the FRIZSTYLE side is going to get that right back to Yaka. This is turning out to be a multi-turnover point, and a huge one of that. Rietschoten asking for movement, and she's getting Babican just in front of the end zone. She's looking for someone. She's not getting anyone, but Rietschoten is going to put it up, and that's a defense. Olivier was always just a step in front of Rietschoten. Not a lot she could do, but also Babican did not have any more options than just up the line and smack the disc away. I don't think I've seen so many smacked away discs this whole weekend.
Yeah.
As I've seen this game from both sides, actually. Yaka as well as FRIZSTYLE, and this is gonna be Lamotte in the middle, looking for someone to throw the disc to, and she finds her teammate Millard, who's gonna go deep for Olivier, but it's short and bodies are getting tired, and this is the concentration period now. We're an hour into games, and it's gonna go down to the wire soon. We've got 25 minutes on the clock still, but they're gonna have to get their focus back if they wanna win FRIZSTYLE, and if Yaka wants to get back, same for them. No team pretty much keeping their cool, but they still have Babican. They're gonna talk about whether it's in or out, and there's a discussion whether this was in or out. The sideline is calling it in, a player in the field is calling it out, and the cameraman is calling it in. And that was an amazing catch.
Yeah, Babican once again
He's showing
doing
the
great.
middle, over to the other side, but not quite finding her receiver, and it's FRIZSTYLE disc again. Guyot up the line into the end zone, and this is a point on the board for FRIZSTYLE. That was such a long one here, long grind.
Yeah, it seems that FRIZSTYLE have more endurance.
We've definitely seen that during most of the game here, and we can see the goal again, putting it over the top. Babican losing her footing on the line. Oh, unfortunate, otherwise she might have gotten a piece of that disc, but there's a line strapped for signaling that this is the end zone. She tried to go with turning and stumbling over with the roll. Beautiful go there.
Yeah, the FRIZSTYLE team is playing very good. They are playing with their strength, they are playing with speed, they are playing with endurance. They're
just not giving up, and they know they're in front. I think it's always easier to keep spirits high when you're up, but you still have to score.
Yes, yes. They are
A
playing
huge
every
goal.
point with intensity, and this is something that
Another huge pull there from the FRIZSTYLE side. Meissl with a huge grab. I did not see how she caught that, but she definitely did.
under a lot of pressure.
Calling a distance on Bono. Inside shot, that's a laser from Meissl. She's getting the disc back in the middle now. Not liking it first, but going for the second option. Loving her inside shots here and pinpointing them as well now. Searching for a bailout, and she gets one in Mundiu. Another inside shot for Yaka. Gets the disc to Meissl. Meissl's going to launch it deep for a striking receiver, and it's going to be too far out in front.
Yeah, the
really
roasting
did well on
speed
those
of the
insides.
defender. Like she had a clear advantage no matter the outcome of the throw. She was there in front.
She definitely was, Meissl. Very good in those inside, but just doesn't have the feeling of her backhand or round shot quite yet. Maybe she has not been playing for the last point and therefore is a bit cold as the weather is getting colder and colder.
Yeah, Rapazzo just brought me a blanket because I was freezing. I couldn't find the words.
You'll find all the words now, I'm sure, as you're cozily warm. And this is Mondio's disc. Run through defense, looking for an option, finding Meissl, but thought she was going to throw that hammer. I could have counted for it, but going up up the field, across the line from Meissl. I wanted to say up the line because it looked so much like a line of that shot.
Yeah.
Definitely going through.
From where we stand, it was a straight line.
Pinpoint Harley's flick, something I would love to be able to throw like that, but well, gotta have the class of Mondio first. Look at that, Meissl getting up there. Mondio sneaking that disc away from her defender, moving her mark around, faking the hammer. I really thought she would go get that one. Faking around and then going with the high release flick to Meissl.
I mean, it's very hard for Yaka to find space. I mean, they have to throw these very hard throws to the close side if they want to get the chance to score, because freestyle defense is always so close, every time for every disc. It's a
7-11.
pleasure. Yeah.
Time for a Slurpee. Just heard that in the back. Calling this. And we just got a question from the sidelines asking who the MVP of this game is. So get in touch with us. Put it in the comments. Who is the MVP of this women's game between Yaka and Fris Style? Fris Style going over the top here. Olivier, safe hands up the line for Blanc. Going over the top here, Olivier. Sticky fingers just inside of the hands and not connecting with her play there.
Yeah, a little bit of lack of experience maybe there. And I mean, it takes a few turnovers on your shoulder to know that when you are there, you don't have to necessarily play with speed.
So many players underneath that, but Bobby Khan gets down with it. Becker now in the red zone, looking for an option. Traveling a bit. Setting the pivot in the right place now. And going to Mondio, what a catch. Loses her footing, but goes around to the other side. 3 Yaka players in stride, no freestyle whatsoever. And this is Yaka's break. That was a rather easy one, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that was unfortunate for freestyle, that drop in the end zone. And Yaka capitalizing, they're not done yet.
They're not yet done by far. They're just coming back in, getting back into the rhythm. It's late in the game though. It's minute 68 of 85 minutes to play. So they got a bit of time, not a ton of time left to go
15 minutes,
15
more or
minutes, more or less. They'll have to climb a real mountain, have to play every point like they played this one.
Yeah.
To stay in that game.
I'm sure they're going to try.
I agree, they're definitely going to try. I want them to try. I want them to give it all now, because this is deciding whether Yaka still has a shot at the final. It's not even if they're in the final; they still have would have a shot at it.
Yeah.
If they win this game.
because they lost one game, while Freestyle and Iceni are undefeated.
Undefeated so far. Let's see if that will stay. Bono over to the side. Moving back into their own end zone now. They're not really getting a lot of yards. As I'm saying this now, Bono getting a big gainer, and she's going to launch it deep. Shanini underneath it. Shinina, sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately she couldn't see Kinina since she was
I think
looking.
she saw her. She just took a risk.
Okay.
And that was too much.
Because
of
there
a
were
risk.
2 players and Kinina was closer to the other one. So I think she just tried to
We'll never
go
know,
with
but
yeah.
Mondio is going to put up a huck, and it's going to be collected. One shot goal for Yaka. They're definitely in this. That's the fire we need. And someone just posted on the live chat that Mondio has been the second half MVP, and I definitely agree that the second half has been on the sides of Mondio. Look at that huck. That was amazing.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I'm surprised. I'm just hyping her up.
I like that Freestyle are playing more collectively. Unfortunately, Yaka are missing many experienced players. So Mondio and Meissl and Becker and a few of them are playing double duty. But I mean, we are getting proof of why Aline Mondio is a Eurostar, right?
They're still very much in this game. And Lara, would you say that Yaka are a second half team? Better in the second half than in the first?
I mean, now, yes. Also during the European Championship final, they were. Not every time. I mean, I speak from my experience with Guzmán, not every time, but I mean, they really have to be now if they want to have a shot at the final tomorrow.
Definitely have to. It's a do or die situation for them, as Bono is with the disc in her hands. Over to the other side of the disc, Guyo, at the field. The disc is on the other side of the field. And going back again for Bono, who's going to keep it in bounds. Searching for an option in this zone is very much pressuring them. She's going to go over the top to Bono, though. Very open player, finds Olivier, and she's going to work it with Blanc. We're hearing the chance of Yaka to abandon the match, the zone, and go into a match of Blanc. Completely free in the red zone, not a stall period now, and she's going to go around, and it's going to be a defense there from the Yaka player. She just waited long enough to not be seen from the thrower and got that D.
Yeah. That was unfortunate from Blanc. She's having a very nice game so far, working so hard.
Yaka cutting all at once, and Meissl going to take a shot deep, and it's a daring throw, but reeled in just in front of the end zone. Becker is now taking her time, chilling out and finding an open player, and this is another point for Yaka. It's not yet another point for Yaka, as there's a pick in the end zone. And they're going to discuss it, and it's going to be called a point. Well done on that Yaka side. She could not have gotten there, is what she's saying, and they're very much in this game. And look at that huck from Meissl. What a beautiful catch, just in front of that end zone line.
What Yaka was hoping to achieve in the first half at the beginning of this game, that was to enter in the minds of the freestyle players. They couldn't achieve it in the first half, but they are definitely achieving it now. I think freestyle is getting a little frightened. They got afraid when they saw that Yaka were scoring a few points in a row, and this is where experience pays off.
Momentum is definitely on Yaka's side now, as it was on Freestyle's side in the first half, to be fair. We're seeing a game of runs.
But the freestyle players don't have to forget they're still up by 1 point, and they can still go up by 2. So this point is really important.
And they're going to work it. Bono into the middle of the field. Yaka's going to stay with their zone. Bono going, are they now distributing the disc left and right?
Once again, this flat look. And another, well, not unforced. This is what Yaka has been looking for with this flat zone, but there was not a
very low throw, and Monjo was going to pick up the disc in the middle and put in another goal. What an insight. She was just standing there waiting for the disc to come her way. Defender poaching off somewhere else, and this is exactly what Yaka wants. Easy points. And they've been getting one easy point after another.
I don't understand why they are not calling a timeout.
This would definitely be advised, and I think you're right.
Okay, so they are doing it.
They're doing it now, but I would have called the timeout earlier.
Yeah.
Far earlier. I haven't really thought of it since the game was
after the
so
second or
exciting.
Yeah,
but
max third break.
They were up by so much, and now we're even at 11-11.
Yeah, they were in need of something to stop Yaka's momentum, and they couldn't, and now Yaka is back in the game.
Just hearing from the sideline that it's a great game. It really is a great game. Definitely worth tuning in, worth watching this game. And if you're already watching this game, don't forget to like and subscribe to Alti.tv, bringing you the good games and all the coverage from the Madrid International Open, not Open, just a cup, International Cup.
Yeah, I very much would like to add on that. Please support Alti TV. I just joined them for this weekend and had this first-hand experience on what they do, and they are true believers in sharing the sport of ultimate, so please consider supporting them.
Laura, it's not they, it's us. We are, because you're part of it now.
You're right.
Definitely part of Alti TV now, Laura Farolfi, so go get in there, be a part of Alti TV.
Support us.
Yes. As Freestyle trying to support themselves, helping themselves to another victory. This is also definitely something that Freestyle hasn't faced yet. Someone that came back in there and gotten so many breaks on them after them not losing a game yet.
Yeah, they have to find themselves again. They have to find the team of the first half. They have to remember that they are still that team.
We've seen so many great plays from these young players, and they can't be stifled by Yaka's experience now, as they're distributing discs left and right. Olivier, an unfortunate turn, just too quick. Bertrand flying after the disc, and Mundio picking up directly in front of us and the camera as well. Searching for someone and getting into the middle. Becker.
Once again, Becker being there, reliable for a team.
Very much so.
And so is Richon.
Richon is looking for something. Looking for someone. Zin Becker, who's definitely here for her. Red zone opportunity for Yaka as Mondio puts it in front of their end zone. Now going up with a big hammer into the hands of Olivier.
Too much float under it. a little bit too high, the disc. It hung up
Might have
there.
been a high stall situation, and there Jakob is going to get into a zone again. Bono picking up. Smijak over to the side, trying to get it up the line, but pretty lost in the middle there. Bono losing yards. Oh, and a bobble but caught by Olivier. Lucky. As lucky as they haven't really been in this half here. Bono is in the middle.
Yeah, freestyle is not seeming to find a space. They keep dump and swing. Oh, now it is.
Over the top, Bono with a beautiful catch.
But
body control there to reel it in.
But they don't seem to find a continuation right away, you know. They break it and then they get stuck.
Yeah, they have to move the disc quicker, but also, I agree with you definitely, but on the other hand, as soon as they had the continuation, then the quick releases, they have made mistakes as well, and they're trying to keep cool and calm.
Yeah, this is what we have seen now. I mean, after a few tentatives.
Well, puts it over to Bono. Into the middle. Blond. Into the trusted hands of Rollet. Oh, and over the top, and that's a point for Fris Style. A very much needed point for Fris Style to make it 12-11.
Finally, we see Fris Style shaking off the tension that they seem to have on their shoulders during this second half and come back in the game. So Yaka now have to work hard to stay in it. Let's see if Fris Style are gonna score another break. They scored so many breaks in the first half.
Let's see what happens. The first break is always the hardest. After that, it gets easier. As Stefan Pazzo told me in his coaching wisdom. Yeah. Definitely something we can rely on.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of a few of the early games of Guzmán, my team. We were very good in defense and doing many breaks, but whenever we were facing an offense and we had to play cool and we had to keep it tight and play our offensive point, we got scared. But I mean, it was the case before, but not now, since Fris Style is back in the game.
They're back in it for now, but will they stay in it? Also, the game will not last much longer as there's a very hard cap.
How many
85 minutes?
Okay. I cannot see the time.
A few minutes left. We're at minute 82 and 20 seconds now. Mondial with a huge hook into the end zone, searching for someone, and that's always going to be Fris Style. Two Fris Style players underneath that disc, only one from Yaka, and she didn't really get a good read at that because it was always floating over her head. And Bono now with the disc in her hand looking for something, and Yaka has opted to go back and double layout, and Bono has it in her hands. Luckily that she didn't do her own player there. And Lison, Bono, now it's Eva throwing to her sister Lison. Pick call, the disc will have to be reeled in by Paula.
Yeah, we're very close to the Fris Style sidelines, and they really got excited after that catch and previously after the D.
Maietta side has come to support their women. Leclerc back to Bono. Bono is looking for some option. Does not look dump yet because she has someone else, but suspiciously open, as Benji Rees would say, because of a pick downfield, an abundance of players once again. Eva Bono with the disc in her hand, looking dump now. and getting it right away off the line. And she's going to hack it deep, but it's to her sister or to Bono. Mon Dieu, but it's Bono in front of the end zone now. Can she get the goal? And there's a pick and a stoppage for sure. What a throw.
Yeah, and what a catch.
And what a catch, definitely. Bono getting in trouble and going for the lefty. And that's going to be reeled in by Paula.
I mean, it's not easy to stay in the game after you get scored for so many times, like it happened to Fris Style in the second half. Yaka were back, but after the timeout, the much-needed timeout, Fris Style found themselves again.
Look at that, the lefty, bit wobbly, but whatever works. And now we're quickly approaching the time. It's 85 minutes and the time is officially over.
I think that if Yaka scores there within one, and there's going to be the
cap one, but if Fris Style score now, the game is over, which means that this is a must-score point for Yaka. If we ever have seen one, this is it.
And Mondiaux is not on the field?
Mondiaux is not on the field. I don't know if she's aware, but maybe she doesn't want to be, or maybe she's resting herself. Also, they did say this, it's not a must-win tournament for them, but and they also had a few very, very intense points.
Yeah, I agree, she must be tired. But anyhow, even if it's not the tournament to win at all costs, if you have the chance to win, I mean, I think she trusts her teammates, and that's nice, and I think Yaka have what it takes to score these points also without her.
They definitely have, as Babika is on the field and is going to jock it deep, and she's going to lay out for it, but just a little too late, and that disc too far out in front, and this is the chance for Fris Style to get that win. Bono and Becca matching each other, and Bono getting up to Blanc. What a beautiful reception just in front of our booth here. Bono getting up the line, but that's a drop disc and nothing else.
Yeah,
Two-handed drops, unfortunate, but
she was very close to the sideline. Maybe she took a look at it, and so she dropped it. Meissl was close to her,
but not putting her under a lot of pressure.
I mean, not with her in contact, but she was close. I am loving this matchup, Bono against Becker. They are fighting so hard, and
now just an overthrowing Meissl there. Giving it up a bit too easy, are Yaka, from my opinion. But also they seem in a bit of a rush because they have to win it now.
Yeah, and they might be tired. I mean, their key players have been playing many, many, many points.
And what a layout grab and putting it into the end zone for the win of FRIZSTYLE. What an amazing play to close out this game.
So it's not finished, but it's... But
Yaka definitely do not think it's finished.
yeah, it's 85 minutes, and there's cap only if you are within 2, right?
So there might be a bit of confusion for us, as maybe they've changed.
Sorry, folks. I forgot the mic switched on while we were discussing about the time cap.
We're not sure here, as there's a lot of discussions on the field, but maybe it's playing this point, and now cap 1. We're getting information now. It's 90 minutes, which I gotta say does not make a lot of sense since women are playing a round-robin system. But we'll have another 2 or 3 minutes more action. And that was an exciting point with the way we were hyped about it. So they can still go all the way, as it's 11-14 now. Still a must-score point for Yaka, and Now Mondiaux is on the field, and I'm betting she's not going to step off of it again. Meissl, disc in hand. And this is there's a player running through, and this is a drop disc.
From where we stand, it seemed like a strip, but no.
Well, she thought about it for a second and said that she wasn't going to call anything, and this is Lison Bonneau with the disc in her hand right in front of her, and so she's got to look Ansel, but Meissl is there, and so are so many other players, and redeeming her earlier drop. Picking up the disc and out of this field. Out of the field, and this is it. Chance number 2. Lison Bonneau in the middle of the field. Going up the line, and there's a very free receiver, but she's just going to make space for someone else. Bonneau sacrificing yardage to get more space. Looking for her dump, doesn't find anyone at all. Goes back even further, but creating a lot of space for her to run under, and she's going to get it back as well. Bonneau just in front, up the line, kept alive, just barely hanging on is Courtoisie. Bonneau is going every other now and really wants that disc and gets it as well. Looking for a cut, there's not a lot coming from deep, and she's going to go with a high release backhand over to Paula. Back to Bonneau, and that's a overshooting her, just the disc, keeping it, the disc in her hands just a second too much, and then not properly releasing it, and Mondiaux is calling a timeout.
Yeah, Yaka probably tired.
Taking a bit of a break here to show you some more highlights as both teams huddle up for a late in the game time out. Yaka with a chance to make that goal. FRIZSTYLE on the other side wanting to score it themselves. Mondiaux with the disc, setting up in a split stack. 3 players in front of the disc, and I'm calling an isolation. Close to the sideline for Meissl, daring shot, and she's gonna launch a deed for Babacar. There's another player underneath it, but she gets it. What a play! Beautiful hawk by Meissl.
Perfectly planned and perfectly executed. I'm pretty sure that this is exactly what they wanted, and they achieved it. Like, it seemed so easy, it looked so easy, but it wasn't, because Meissl had to receive under a lot of pressure, had to hack, did it perfectly, and Babakian coming down with that disc. I mean, that was amazing to watch.
She basically had a free shot into the end zone. And this is the game. Although Yaka scored this point, FRIZSTYLE have won the game because the time expired during the last point, and now they're within 2 but not within 1, so the game is over. Thank you very, very much for tuning in and joining us for this super exciting women's game, all French, everything, and don't go away now because we're only going to take a short break, and then we're going to be back with some more French action on the one side. Is No Good facing Los Otros from Canada and some other countries as well. It's a mixed team of talent, and this is going to be our next one. Please stay with us. Men's semi-final coming up. Thank you very much for joining us here. We'll see you again soon.
Multi.tv